What's up, guys? So basically people are getting a little bit nervous about Wolves because we haven't won in 3 whole games. We've drawn 2 and we lost to Fulham. Well, yeah, we should have probably beat Preston when they were down to 10 men, but we didn't. They couldn't get the goal. We definitely should have beat Norwich and they scored a sucker punch right in the last minute, but to be fair, they deserved it. And we got well beaten at the weekend against Fulham without Neves. This has resulted in people getting a little bit wibbly wobbly and worried that we're going to blow it and we're not going to go up and we won't win the league. So I thought I would have a look at all the fixtures for a bit of fun coming up and see what I thought in terms of what the results are going to be and how many points we will end up. This is what I've got to say. Next home match is Wolves against Reading, and I think Wolves are going to bounce back on this. Reading are fighting for survival and they're just above the drop zone, but I do believe that we're going to come good and I think we're going to win this. I think it will be a tight match, but we're going to be a bit nervy, but we're going to win it 2-1. Then we're going to move on to a tough away game against Leeds. Always a hard place to go, Leeds. They've got big support. They're a big club, or they still think they are. But they do get good support, passionate support. They have been very inconsistent this year, but I do think it's going to be a tough game, and I think that one's going to be a draw, and I'm going to go for 1-1. That moves us on to the big showdown against the Villains. And, you know, they've been quite consistent lately. They've dropped a few points. They thought they were going to catch us at one point about 5 games ago. We've had this little bit of banter where they're coming for us and we're saying mind the gap. And I think that Wolves are going to come out on top with this one. I think they're going to really play well. It's going to be on the box. And I think they're going to basically put Villa in their place. And it's going to be 3-1 to the Wanderers. We're going to follow on then with a much more, what people would say on paper, winnable game against Burton Albion. Burton have been punching above the weight now for 2 or 3 seasons. You've got to admire Burton. They have managed to cause a lot of upsets, but I think after the back of the victory that hopefully we'll get against Villa, we will coast to 3 points there. It won't be a rout, but I think 2-0 to Wolves. Following on from Burton, we're going to be going against Middlesbrough, and that's going to be an interesting game. Middlesbrough played the first match of the season since a long time ago when we got that 1-0 win. And Middlesbrough have been huffing and puffing. They got Pullis there now. They're just outside the playoffs. They're going to be fighting to get into that playoffs. And I think it's going to be a good game, but I think possibly we might be on the losing end of that one. It'll be 3-2 to Middlesbrough. Then we're following that up with a game against Hull. With obviously Dicko now playing for Hull. Hull have been really struggling for form. Again, just in and out of the relegation zones, and I think we're going to absolutely hammer them at that game. I think it's going to suit Wolves. I think it's going to be 4-0. Then we're up against the Bluebirds that have been flying high. They've had a bit of a blip. They, at the moment, are banging out the wins, grinding them out 1-0. It's a Neil Warnock team, and you know what you've got to expect. They did us over at Molineux. And I expect this to be another tough game, but I think it's going to be an exciting game. And I'm going to go 2-2. It'll be a point, and we'll take that. Thanks very much. Then we've got another tricky fixture against Derby. That's at home. Derby, again, are pushing. Well, hopefully they will have consolidated their place in the playoffs. And they will be definitely pushing for promotion via the automatic second place. I can't see them catching us. It's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be another draw, and I'm going to go 1-1. Following on from that, we've got Birmingham. Birmingham, when they were in trouble last year, changed the manager. They came and they beat us at Molineux. I don't see this happening this time. I think they're actually starting to fall apart again. They are scrapping, but I do think Wolves will have way too much for Birmingham on the day, and I think that's going to be a win for us, 3-0, and another 3 points in the bag. I also think that either the Birmingham, Derby, or maybe even Cardiff game, depending on results, we could have secured promotion. And we're moving on to Bolton. And Bolton is going to be a tough game. They had a terrible start to the season, but they're fighting. They've been picking up some results. I see that being a difficult match. And I actually see it being a goalless draw, but another point towards hopefully the title. Our last home game of the season is against Sheffield Wednesday. And it's going to be hopefully a party atmosphere. If Wolves haven't already secured the title by then, I expect that this will be the game where we will deliver the championship title, and it will be hopefully presented on the pitch, and there'll be much joy all around. 2-0 Wolves. Our final match of the season, and hopefully our final match for a very, very long time, if not forever, as we go on to bigger and better things, will be against Sunderland away at the Stadium of Light. And I expect Sunderland to be still hopefully scrapping if they haven't already given up the ghost. Wolves will already be promoted, already have the championship, be able to play with freedom. Sunderland will scrap, but Wolves will come out victorious 2-1. There's going to be a big away following, I hope. It's going to be a party atmosphere as we move into the summer. All in all, I am the eternal optimist, that's me. And all of those total up to a total of 25 more points that we're going to win. And that's going to finish us on 98 points with the title. I really would love us to do even better than that and beat the 106 from Reading. And the real eternal optimism in me thinks that we can still do that and get 107 points. But from what I've looked at, I'm going to go 98 points. The title, the championship, the Premier League, here we come. Keep the faith, guys. Let's get behind the team, starting at Reading, and let's have the faith that we're going to go on and do this without too much stress. We've had a blip, we've had a wobble, but we're gonna do it. Why don't you let me know your thoughts below on your point prediction, score points, what we're going to finish on, and hopefully that you agree that we're going to do it. And don't forget, if you've not already done it, please subscribe, turn on the notifications so when I do upload, you'll be the first to see it. Up the Wolves!